Welcome back into Occupy Democrats, and in this amazing breaking story today, we're going to revive an old television show, which isn't very funny these days, called All in the Family with the Trumps. Because as you know, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, you know, the guy that married Trump's apple of his eye, his daughter Ivanka, yeah, he was the guy that Trump claimed had solved Middle East peace back in 2016, which I'm not sure we have Middle East peace, do we? Remember this?
Where is Jared? Is he here, by the way? Middle East peace? You see what we're doing there? Guys like that. But he's back working on Middle East peace forever. But it's amazing what we've done in the Middle East.
But let's also bear in mind that Jared Kushner managed to cull this money out of his stepdad's first term. This.
And we should again note that Hunter Biden never worked in the White House. Jared Kushner worked in the White House. And you've got a chart there that details the sources of his money. I'll let you explain it. But it should be noted here that Kushner also, his background in real estate, not exactly as a hedge fund magnate or a peace broker in the Middle East.
Jared Kushner did work in the White House. He worked very hard. It's becoming a little less clear what he actually worked hard at, because after he left the White House, he went out and raised $3.1 billion, that's billion with a B, for a private equity fund. And as you pointed out, he's not a private equity guy. He's a real estate guy.
And if you wonder what that did for Jared was, well, it created a relationship with the Saudis that has now led in present day to this deal that just went down.
Does it matter who owns the games, the video games that you play? Well, the video game giant Electronic Arts, or EA, is going private in a $55 billion deal led by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, private equity firm Silver Lake, and Jared Kushner's company, Affinity Partners. Why does it matter? Well, Kushner is President Trump's son-in-law, and he founded his company shortly after leaving Washington in Trump's first term.
And lest we ever forget, the Saudis have been directly linked to the 9/11 attacks on New York City. Remember this?
This video, unsealed in federal court this week and obtained by 60 Minutes, was recorded in the summer of 1999. The man behind the camera is Omar al-Bayoumi, who the FBI says was an operative of the Saudi intelligence service with close ties to two of the 9/11 hijackers.
Which sticks right in and ties to the philosophy that Trump has, that it's money over everything. Because when journalist Jamal Khashoggi was dismembered, this was Trump's attitude when it comes to the Saudis, Kushner, and cash.
Donald Trump issued a statement about Saudi Arabia that cast doubt on his own U.S. intelligence reports that Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi had been murdered at the direction of Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
We are with Saudi Arabia. We're staying with Saudi Arabia. And by the
Trump
way,
admits he hadn't seen or heard all of the evidence the CIA has against bin Salman, but he repeated that it's unconvincing.
They didn't make a determination. And it's just like I said, I think it was maybe he did, maybe he didn't. $3 billion.
Trump says he's protecting his Saudi relationship because that's in America's best interest. He says Saudi Arabia intends to invest billions of dollars in the U.S.
So in this breaking story, Jared Kushner, only person who can solve the Middle East peace talks and make it happen. Interesting how Qatar offers Donnie a jet, and the Saudis and 9/11, and Jared Kushner and $3 billion. Jared in this breaking story is taking the line of fire regarding peace. Here is the story.
How did the White House decide that it is appropriate for Jared Kushner to be working on matters that involve Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, three countries that combined have given him more than $2.5 billion for his investment firm?
I think it's, frankly, despicable that you're trying to suggest that it's inappropriate for Jared Kushner, who is widely respected around the world and has great trust in relationships with these critical partners in these countries, to strike a 20-point comprehensive detailed peace plan that no other administration would ever be able to achieve. And so Jared is donating his energy and his time to our government, to the President of the United States, to secure world peace. And that is a very noble thing. And this is a peace plan that has not just been accepted by Israel, but it has been applauded by Muslim and Arab countries around the world. It has been applauded by European leaders around the world. Virtually everyone in the world is supportive of this plan that Jared Kushner offered his time to help put together alongside our special envoy Witkoff, the Vice President, the President of the United States, Secretary Rubio, and the President's entire national security team. We are very proud of that plan, and we hope Hamas will accept it because it will lead to a more peaceful and prosperous Middle East.
Caroline, you think that's inappropriate? Really? How about this? How about you understand that somebody, no matter how much news they do or don't make, how much control do they have? Jared Kushner went from marrying Ivanka Trump to being in the White House, to getting billions of dollars while in the White House and creating a relationship with the Saudis, which now over 10 years has evolved into not concerning themselves with the killing of a journalist who had a residence in the United States, but has led to even further engagement in business. And now you want to put the actual fox in the hen house and have him discuss Middle East peace? You might want to go study your history, Caroline, and understand that the person who actually had Middle East peace negotiated was Bill Clinton. And the bottom line is Arafat didn't want to do it. So good luck to Jared, but it's amazing how this White House will call anything that smacks of the very things they pointed fingers at for Hillary Clinton and Hunter Biden and on, is exactly and beyond what they do themselves. Jared Kushner is the last person who should be engaged trying to solve Middle East peace when it comes to Israel and the Saudis or anyone else. Please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and you guys stay frosty.